What the hell is with everybody who drives my car deciding to like hit 90 in it?
Today's video is brought to you by Vehico. Are you shopping for a new car? Check out vehico.com. Dealers will compete for your business, and you'll get to choose the deal that works best for you. Click on the link in the description below to begin shopping today.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's PMOC at 86 Drive, and at long last I get the opportunity to test drive the GR Corolla. I'm here with my friend Dima.
What's up?
He's graciously allowed me to take his GR Corolla out for a little test drive. We're out here at La Honda, one of my favorite driving roads, and we're gonna go just take it up and down the road a little bit and see how I like driving the GR Corolla. Yeah, shifter feels very direct.
Yeah, maybe a little too direct, but I like it. I might switch back to the stock bushings actually. We'll see. Anyway, enjoy.
Feels torquey.
Well, the more you hit the gas, the more torque you get. It's kind of crazy how it builds.
Oh, was that a roadkill?
Probably. It's actually a surprisingly what would you call it? Linear gas pedal.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of new sports cars. Hit the gas a little. You're not even making boost yet.
I know, I'm not actually accustomed to driving all-wheel drive cars.
Yeah. It's surprisingly easy. Floor it now.
It's still stock, right? The blow-off valve?
Yes, 100% stock. I just have an air filter key in it. Like a drop-in panel. How do you get it to flutter? I can't get it to flutter consistently.
Oh, really? Maybe because I lift it off more quickly, or...
I don't know.
Let's see what I'm doing.
Some people can get it to flutter consistently, I can't.
Just yes, a little bit.
Try second gear when you have a chance. It's geared really well. I hit it.
Very nice. It really pulls.
It's kind of crazy. I love how it builds a boost. The
IMT is off right now.
You want to turn it on?
I want to give it a shot.
Okay,
Is the button
press
over here?
Yeah, on the left, furthest to the right. To the big one.
Furthest.
There's 5 smaller ones and a big one. See that?
Okay.
No, that's the wrong one.
No?
I think that's heated wipers. To the right of that.
To the right of
There's
that.
another big button.
It looks like windshield wiper.
No, to the right of that.
Oh, there's. Oh, I see. It's spaced away from.
Yeah.
Oh,
there, IMT's on.
Alright.
Now you can downshift
Yeah.
without tapping the gas.
spicy. Yeah, I'm a little unsmooth there on the shift.
So am I. This car's kind of hard to get used to in terms of clutch engagement.
Might be like the sort of drive-by throttle, drive-by wire.
That's pretty much perfect in terms of response. I find the clutch to be funny. That's my issue with the car.
I mean, the BRZ clutch is kind of weird too.
Yeah,
A lot of people stall it the first time they drive it.
The Mazda clutch wasn't very nice either. I feel like it's a modern car thing. I much prefer the clutches of older cars like my MR2.
Yeah, I felt like, I got into the MR2 and really any MR2, and I feel like it's immediately intuitive when you're driving.
Yeah.
Just everything
Yeah.
works the way you expect it to, and it's great.
I'm just surprised by how accurate the steering and throttle is in this car in the sense of like not being too electronic. It doesn't feel like a problem.
I just like
AMT.
instinctively tried to blip it myself.
You're driving it like a BRZ where you have to rev it out. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
Because the MR2 is
Yeah.
the same way.
I'm not used to having so much torque,
Yeah.
like almost all RPMs.
Give him a few flashes. There's a cutout coming.
This is technically pass, so. Very nice.
I find it incredible that this car performs this while stock.
Yeah,
Suspension, brakes, everything.
it's just like, you can draw the same parallels with all those reviews that came out when the GR Yaris first came out.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, my God, this is like a low-budget GT3.
Yeah. It just feels like it's been modified correctly already.
Yeah, it's like right out of the box. It's so capable, and
It feels right.
yeah, it's like the engineers really did something.
Yeah. I'm so in love with this car. It makes all the right noises to me. Especially when you have your window open, you could hear a lot more induction noise.
Yeah, the car is a little quiet.
Yeah.
I gotta say. I mean, I can see why you want like an exhaust and blow-off valve and intake and all these things that will enhance the experience, even if it doesn't necessarily net you any actual performance.
Yeah, I really
Like
don't care
you
about
just want
performance.
that experience, and
Yeah,
I think it'll just bring more joy to the drive.
exactly. Half the joy of my MR2 Spider is the sound. So, that's
Yeah,
why I want to
even when it's
exhaust.
not fast.
Yeah. It's just exhilarating hearing that Team Moon. It's heavenly. But, yeah, this car needs a little more sound, kinda. But if I don't get more sound, I'm not going to be upset. It's pretty good as is.
I mean, my gosh, this car is just like, to my, peasant sensibilities, like, it feels refined, and yet it's powerful. Right?
And especially at the limit, it's so rowdy. It doesn't feel like it's like a scalpel like some other cars do, like maybe a Golf R, where it's super sharp and refined, but there's no playfulness or fun to it in some sense.
Yeah.
That's what I got from riding in a GTI, that it's kind of numb. And a lot of new cars are. The Mazda, you could say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's fun, but it's numb. This car is so rowdy, especially near the limit.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so special.
Yeah. It is much more of an experience than other cars. Other modern cars, I should say. It feels like surprisingly old school. In some ways.
I like the IMT.
It's really nice.
Just let you be lazy.
Yeah. I don't usually use it, but sometimes I turn it on just to be lazy.
Getting a little coastal fog here.
It's very
Carl. You love this weather.
Yeah. my thing. I don't know, this, like, the Mazda was my daily driver, and it felt like a daily. It's a good daily car. This car is still my daily, but it feels like so much more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be like the GT3 when you want it to be.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's a track-prepped daily driver, like a GT3. Except, you know, not a GT3.
But it's quite livable.
Very. But so is the GT3 from what I hear.
Yeah, I'd have to experience it for myself.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough thing without having experienced it.
Yeah.
I mean, the suspension's pretty damn soft over smoother roads. When you hit big bumps, it's harsh. But the smaller stuff, it absorbs real well. For being non-adjustable, like, what is it called? Magnetic?
Right.
Adaptive, that's the word. Because adaptive dampers are a huge help, but this car's too cheap for that.
Yeah, that adds to the cost. This would be like a $45,000 car if they had it.
Yeah, I think the
Frills
Civic Type
like
R
that.
has an adaptive damper system, but you have to consider the Civic Type R is a cheaper car to produce for Honda than this is because they're using a Honda Accord motor. They're not using a, you know, homologation motor, basically, essentially. So
Really? It's just an Accord motor with
more boost. Yep, it's an Accord 2.0T motor with more boost. I mean, I'm sure has strengthened internals. I'm not saying it's just like a carryover, but it's not a special motor. It's just a really good motor. This is a special motor. You're not gonna get this in your like Camry XSE, you know.
Right.
So that's why I'm so like, this car is really special. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just gonna turn around here, or turn in here.
Yep.
Turn in here. Yep. Ground clearance, we're high.
Fairly high.
Yeah.
The lip doesn't scratch anything.
Do you want to take the car
No,
back?
no, feel free. Enjoy it. You're good. Nobody there. I love the lockout, by the way. They're still good. And the clutch feels very bitey.
Very nice.
What the hell is with everybody who drives my car deciding to like hit 90 in it?
Well, it's like Nick said, right? Like it's dangerous.
Yeah.
To have a car like this with effortless power in a sense.
It's really effortless.
Right? Like you're immediately putting yourself into like illegal zone speeds.
It gives you a really nice pushback. I love this car.
Now I can see why.
But yeah, don't hesitate to push it, play with it. I'm just joking about the 90 thing. Just have fun. Seriously.
I mean, if I lived in this area, I would be taking this road like all the time.
I should come out here more often, you're right.
Do you have heated seats?
Yeah, you want it?
No, I'm just wondering, are they on?
They are not.
Okay. I'm just feeling a little flush.
You're just a little hot and bothered by this
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, this road is so much fun.
It is.
And that first part before La Honda is so smooth. It just has that right sort of formula of sweepers and everything.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
This half is a little more open and kind of more scenic. Yeah, high speed. It's nice for cruising and just taking in the views. driving up and down this road all the time. Your tax dollars at work, you know, keeping this road fairly smooth.
It's still good, even after all the rains.
Yeah, they've held
Oh,
up.
there they are.
They're like, what? They're already done?
GR, baby!
Damn, that Corolla's fast.
And like most stock cars don't make all of these induction and turbo noises, so I'm also really happy about that.
Right, right.
It's just such a good package from the factory. This is a stock intake, man.
Yeah, a lot of turbo cars are just so quiet that you don't even know that they're turbo.
Yeah, and the exhaust valve opens up at 4,500, I think, RPM. The third exhaust.
The brakes feel nice and firm,
They're crazy.
even though they're trashed.
They still work just
Yeah.
like new. It's just that...
Did you actually take off the wheels and look at them?
No, I looked through the wheels. They're about 75% gone.
Okay.
But they're still good.
Yeah.
They're just really squeaky. At low speeds.
I'm just wondering if, you know, when you eventually replace them, you take the, open up the caliper and the brake pads just like crumble.
Yeah, maybe.
They come off in like pieces.
They look fine to me, but I haven't taken them out.
Yeah, sometimes they just hold their shape, you know, while they're in there.
So I won't touch them.
Until you take them out, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it becomes like a cracker.
EBC delayed the yellow stuff pads for the Corolla, so I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I'm not even going full throttle here, you know, I'm just like...
Yeah, I can tell because there's no red line on the
Right,
boost gauge.
I'm just like partial throttle, you know, feeling like the torque.
You're at 7 psi.
Yeah,
out of 25.
I'm barely boosting here.
Watch out. Now downshift. Oh. The IMT is so smooth in this car.
It is. It really does make the downshift effortless.
That's a fat tire bike. Holy
Wow.
shit.
Is he motorized or something? That's kind of funny. It's like almost like a motorcycle tire. What's the purpose of a fat tire like that on a bicycle?
Off-road, I think. I'm not sure though. Because there are specific fat tire
Flotation.
bikes. I've just never seen it.
He can drive over. He can ride over water.
Fucking Jesus, that shit.
That would actually be pretty incredible if you had like a trike or something with like fat, almost like floater tires.
Or an ATV.
Then you could just ride along on like dirt trails, and then you get to a lake and you just pedal right out up to the water.
But you have to use your hands. And this car is shockingly torquey without any boost, too, right? Like,
Yeah.
even when you're not in boost, that
Yeah.
3-cylinder goes. It does not feel like a 3 or a 4-cylinder
No.
that's just unboosted.
Does not.
It's about 11 pounds, 15. You maxed out at 17 pounds of boost out of 25.3.
Jesus.
I like how it shows you like a bright line after you let off, showing you like, this is your maximum.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a
It
moment.
was flashing. Was that because I was getting close to red line, or?
If the tack was flashing, then yes, that's the rev line. What's it called?
Rev-
Shift light. The whole tack flashes orange and then red. Red happens at 7, I think, and you have to shift. That red line is 7,200, but it starts flashing orange at 67.
Yeah, I feel like you can be so lazy in this car. Like you don't even have to downshift.
Yeah, it's just
You can
always
just,
torque.
you know, even when you have low RPMs, you know, slowing down, you don't have to downshift. Just step on the gas and you still have torque.
Yeah, but the gears are so closely spaced and short that if you want, you can just always be shifting.
I don't know. I tend to be lazy in my shifts. Like I only shift when I have to.
Oh, I like just...
Yeah, I'm not like, you know, throwing it around and doing different gears. Although with IMT, I can see how, you know, that just makes it easier to do so.
Yeah, you don't have to think about rev matching, especially on the track. I can't stand rev matching on the track because I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Just like doing all these
Yeah,
things
it's a
at
lot
once.
to think about.
With IMT, it's just so easy. It's actually, the most of the time I use it on the track. On the street, I like to do it myself most of the time.
Right. It's great to have the choice.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Do you like the steering wheel?
Yeah, it's nice. It's beefy. I like the fact that it's padded.
It's
So it's soft
very
to the
well
hand.
made.
Yeah.
That leather is actually surprisingly nice. It's not the usual kind of leather Toyota uses. So how'd you like it?
Very nice. I'm impressed.
Awesome.
You might recall that when I did a video about the GR Corolla when it was announced about a year ago, I questioned whether the GRC could truly be called a genuine Toyota sports car. And I hypothesized at that time that if it drives and handles like a sports car, then maybe it's earned the right to be called one, even if it has 4 doors, back seats, and a hatch. Now that I've had the opportunity to drive one, I can confirm that Toyota has a winner on its hands. The GRC has power, it has grip, it has emotion, all the kinds of things that you look for from a sports car. Just in my short time behind the wheel, I can tell that the car has so much potential, and you can see from the aftermarket offerings already blossoming on the market that others seem to think so too. If you need a practical car that can carry 4 to 5 passengers and some cargo, and yet you still want a performance car that is fun to drive on the back roads and scratches that sports car itch, then I think the GR Corolla is a great option and one that you should consider. Good luck negotiating the price down to MSRP or less though. This hot hatch is going to be very much in demand. Thanks again to my friend Dima for letting me take his GR Corolla out for a fun drive through the back roads. And thank you all for watching. See you in the next video.